All right, let me go to the tweet deck. Let people know that we're live.
Let them know. Tell them to get their butts.
What are we talking about? We are live and talking about boogers and stuff.
Yeah, there we go. I was gonna go the other way and say something like institutionalized racism.
I don't think
I
don't think we're qualified.
I don't think so, but it's a really heavy episode of Open Micers tonight.
All right. So you got the ad read and everything?
Yeah, it's the same shit as always.
Okay, let me make sure this. Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
This episode of Open Micers Podcast is brought to you by that dirty motherfucker, BJ DeBlow. He knows exactly what he did.
Yeah, he does.
He would have started his own podcast, but he's too chicken shit. So let's play our theme song.
That badass music with the awesome drummer can only mean one thing. It's Wednesday night. It's time for the Open Micers Podcast. My name is Jason Robbins.
It's your boy Soup Dog Jacob Craig. And I always look forward to these episodes every month, Jason. I'm glad we decided to take a week out of the month to just sit down and shoot the shit with each other and talk about things.
Apparently you have something to get off your chest.
I do have a lot to talk about, which is why if you would like to start with how your week's been, if that might be better, because I'm probably going to be talking a lot this episode.
It was okay. I saw Halloween Kills, and that was really good. And I work a lot, and I'm tired, and if I don't get a break soon, I'm going to destroy Tokyo. Or something.
Oh man, you're a big old racist anyways. Yeah, man, I started a new job recently. I work with children. I can't say exactly what I do or what goes on there, but I work with children, and that's all you need to know. That's
why. Why would they let you near children?
Look, first of all, clip that. Second of all, I'm really good with kids, Jason. I'm actually very good with children, and I think
you are a child.
I think deep down you know that when it comes to the wire of being responsible, that I can be responsible.
I'm peppering in pepper burps while you talk.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Douchebag. But I am surprisingly responsible when it comes to children, and I'm the only father on the counselor staff. So when it comes to a lot of situations with the kids, they look to me to kind of deal with all of that. But I will say I don't know what's worse, working with kids or working with open micers, because Tuesday, I went from my job.
Oh my God, what happened?
Working with kids to my open mic that I host, working with open micers. And let me say, business is booming right now, right? Mm-hmm. Ever since I took over the Juke Joint open mic, business is good. You know, bars making more money, more people are coming. Those people may not enjoy a lot of the open micers that are on the show, but there's not really anything I could do about that. You know, you kind of just have those nights. But this last Tuesday, almost every single open micer, like, and not like the people that we know and respect and are trying to grind in the comedy world, but just random fucking people decide to sign up and then just tell their life story into a microphone for a blank crowd for way too fucking long. Like, I would rather argue with children all day than try to shine my flashlight into your fucking eye for 10 minutes to tell you that you need to stop talking.
So I haven't been in a while. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to go because I've been busy on Tuesday nights. I mean, do you instruct the new people that when the light is shined in their face that they only have 1 minute left and to wrap it the fuck up?
Yes, I do. And which is why it baffles me. And the thing is maybe I'm not assertive enough because I'm very nice at the open mic and I try to tell everyone, no pressure. If you go over your time a little bit, no worries. Everyone does it. And apparently they take that to mean I don't have to listen to the rules later because you're being nice to me. So that was a thing that happened. Other things happened. I will say that for the first time in my life, I've started craving cigarettes. Between the stress at work and the stress at open mic, the first time in my life I've ever craved nicotine.
Dude, coffee and cigarettes are the only thing that keep me standing most days.
Yeah, I have a bag of B-Res coffee in the mail on the way here as we speak. And I'm probably going to have to start smoking again or get some nicotine gum to chew at work or something like that so I don't snap and kill a child. But anyways, so last night at the open mic, we had an incident that was akin to the likes of the legend of Jason Waterfalls.
Oh my God, what happened?
So, this all happened in the span of 10 minutes because it happened and was over during my set. As I was doing comedy and trying to get everyone used to the idea, this all transpired. This lady apparently contacted somebody or called the bar asking how to sign up, saying, "Oh, I'm going to be there. I'm new. I'm going to come sign up to the open mic." By the way, this person claims to know you, Jason Robbins. I don't know.
I know who
if
you're
you
talking
know this
about.
person. You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you what happened with her. So, she comes in late, mind you.
Don't use names. Don't use last names because I don't know what happened. I don't want anybody to get angry.
I don't even know her last name, so we don't have to worry about that. But she comes in and starts making a scene instantly, just talking super loud, yelling, heckling me, and I didn't even know. Like, I kept coming off stage and peeking around the corner to see what the fuck was going on, and I had no idea what was happening. And then apparently some other guy got involved and said someone needs to kick her out because she's causing problems, and then she gets in a fight with the guy and all of this happens. And within 10 minutes, I get off stage. She comes up to me. The only thing she says to me is, "Wow, you were really funny. That's a good job. I can't believe no one was laughing." I'm like, what? That's not how you tell people you're doing well. And also, people were laughing. You were just yelling and being belligerent. So apparently, Krangus takes her out onto the porch, talks to her, tells her that she can't do all that kind of stuff. It escalates, and I don't know what happened between the two of them, but it escalates into her being banned from the Juke Joint open mic.
What?
Yeah. So that's essentially the meat of what happened. I don't know a lot of specifics because essentially all I was told is like, "Hey, cross her name out. She's banned. She can't come here anymore."
Jesus.
Yeah. So she did something bad enough to just get thrown the fuck out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because she had texted me out of the blue like a week ago and said, "Hey, I want to come up and do comedy." I was like, "Okay, well, that, good luck." Like, I think you could do it, so good luck. I mean, I say that to everybody that wants to do it. I think everybody should try it at least once.
Yeah, and she ticked all the boxes of what not to do. She comes in loud, gets in a confrontation at the bar, heckles the host, insults me to my face,
Jesus.
and then has another confrontation on the porch that escalates into her getting kicked out of the
Good
bar
Lord.
in a span of 10 minutes.
Jesus.
That's a record. That's someone call Guinness.
I don't know. Jason Waterfalls got kicked out pretty quick. I think that was less than five minutes.
Yeah, I will give it to. No one's gonna top Jason Waterfalls because he tried to make it physical as well.
Should we recount the tale of Jason Waterfalls for people, maybe new listeners that don't know the story of Jason Waterfalls?
Go right ahead, buddy.
Okay, so this began back when we used to do open mic at this place called the Wayward Kraken in Biloxi. And we were doing open mic one night, and of course, I get asked to go up first a lot because I'm a veteran, and they're always like, hey, all the hosts, even you, a lot of times like, hey, do you mind going up first so everybody be comfortable? I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll go up first, I don't care. So I went up first that night. I think Wally might have been the host at this time.
Yeah.
And I go up first. Then this dude goes up after me, goes by the name of Jason Waterfalls, which is not his real name, of course, and uses it as a stage name. Claims he's like done comedy at like, in LA and New York and stuff. But he comes in and immediately just like starts roasting me. Like, for no reason. I don't know this dude from Adam. Like, just starts roasting me. And I'm just like, what? Like, I don't even know you, dude. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Just like, hey, I don't even remember what he said. Do you even remember the shit he was saying about me?
I have no idea what he said about you, but all I remember is his set was along the lines of like, hey, I just got off a plane from LA and titty cheeseburger.
Yeah,
and I was like, he just kept saying the word titty cheeseburger over and over again.
No one was laughing, and I was ready to kick his ass because he was like roasting me for no reason whatsoever. I did nothing to this guy, and I don't mind being roasted, but if you're gonna roast me, you better know me. Like, at least have talked to me once in my life.
He also walked out on his tab.
Yeah, he walked out on his tab. He immediately left after he did his set, walked out the door and left. So it was like, okay, well, that was that. A few weeks later, we're at the juke joint. Hold on. Pepper burp.
All right, there we go.
So, a few weeks later, we're at the juke joint. And it's a pretty slow night. It's actually pretty early in the evening. The open mic had just started. It was mostly comedians. Yeah, it was just comics there mainly. Maybe a few patrons at the bar. In comes Jason Waterfalls. And I don't even remember who was on the stage at this point. Somebody was up on stage.
Yeah, it was our buddy Two Real was on stage. He comes in looking like Ace Ventura.
No, he came in looking like Monterey Jack from
something like that
from Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah.
So he comes in and orders a drink.
Yeah, Two Real roasts him. To be fair, he comes in and Two Real says something about his shirt, and that was the only excuse that he needed.
So called him like low rent Magnum PI or something like that. I don't remember, something along those lines. Well, he immediately gets all pissed off and starts heckling. And Two Real's like, all right, dude, like trying to get through a set was just like, dude, I'm just messing with you or whatever. It was lighthearted. It wasn't like immediately mean, like trying to bust his balls or anything. It was just like commenting on how he was dressed. We all do that. Like, look at this guy in the shirt, that kind of shit. So Jason Waterfalls comes in, orders a drink. His girlfriend goes to the bathroom. And all this happens in the span of his girlfriend being in the bathroom. Or I don't know, his girlfriend, date, whatever. She goes to the bathroom. He gets his drink. He starts heckling. Too real. Too real's trying to de-escalate the situation. Just like, all right, dude, calm down, like whatever. And who was it? Oh shit.
Okay, so I'll fill in the gap here.
Yes, please.
He keeps heckling Too Real. Everyone in the room is yelling at him at this point to shut up. Like, shut your mouth. You're being drunk and belligerent. We know who you are. Shut your fucking mouth. And everyone's saying that. And then our buddy Jimmy James yells at him to shut up. And he's the smallest person in the room.
Yeah.
So, of course, Jason Waterfalls goes up to him, the smallest person in the room, to try to fist fight him.
Yeah. And that's when me, you, Krangus, and a couple other people get up and surround him. This dude.
It's like 7-on-1, at least.
Like, get the fuck out of here or you're going to get your ass beat. Like, this is about to go down. Because I'm sorry, of all the people to go after, he's going to go after Jimmy James, who's like, 5'9", maybe 140 pounds, maybe. And really this dude, Jason Waterfalls, is kind of a bigger guy. So, no, this ain't going to happen. We're going to destroy you if you touch Jimmy.
Yeah, and I believe the someone who works at the juke joint physically pushes him out the door into the parking lot.
Security came up and grabbed him and he actually, when we stood up is when he gets in this, this fighting stance because he threatens Jimmy. We all get up and surround him immediately. He drops into this, old 30s style boxing stance. And he's just like, come on, boys. And we're just like, dude, really? Like, this is what you're going to do? And so security grabs him, yanks him, pulls him out in the parking lot. He's banned for life from the juke joint. His girlfriend then comes out the bathroom and is just like, where's my boyfriend? And we're all like, he just got kicked out. And she's like, already? Like, really?
Yeah. Like, she knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And while he was in the parking lot, he kept yelling at us like, all right, come down here and do something. Like, what? You're gone now. Like, you're in a gravel parking lot, and we're gonna go do a thing, and you're not invited anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't do me any good to come down there and kick your ass. Like, you're gone.
So that was the story of Jason Waterfalls. Like, it was less than 5 minutes this whole thing went down.
Yeah. And this was a very similar situation because it escalated very quickly into security getting involved and security being like, because security at the juke joint's a little lenient for my taste.
Yeah.
Because they don't immediately say, hey, you need to get the fuck out. They took her out of the bar and said, hey, you need to go on the porch. You can't be doing that in the bar. You have to go on the porch. So security came and took her to the porch. And then she left on her own accord after security got involved. But
yeah, they for the juke joint, they really do. There's been too many incidents that they need to have security be like, all right, we need to de-escalate this stuff before it gets to the point of somebody almost getting knocked out.
Yeah, it needs to be a zero tolerance policy when someone's fucking sober. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing this shit sober.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Get out. You don't need to drink.
I can understand people being belligerent if you've had, one too many. I've been belligerent on one too many a few times in my life. But if you're coming in sober, it's time to go. You're doing that. No.
And if you're trying to get into comedy, first of all,
don't insult the host. That's rule number one. Don't insult the host.
And look, I mean, I might not have even thought anything of it if she just like sat down and watched the show and then did her set. Like, I would have just brushed it off. But that's the last thing she did before she got kicked out of the fucking bar. We're just like, your jokes are good. Too bad no one laughed. It's like, fuck you. I mean, I had to do all of that. Well, literally during my set, no one was looking at me. Every head was turned looking at her and her bullshit going on in the corner. And I had to, as soon as she left, I had to go to my road material to get everyone back in. and you say like, okay, here's jokes that I know are gonna work. Fucking, I need you to laugh, please. And luckily that worked out. But I know it's gonna be a bad situation if someone tells me, oh, this person called the bar asking about the open mic and they want to try it. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna do something stupid. 100% of the time. Person calls the bar 100% of the time. They're not. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
They don't know how this works.
But for those listening to the show, let's go through a set of rules of what not to do.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get into comedy. What are the 5 rules that you do not do if you're trying to get into comedy? So obviously, the number 1 rule is don't insult the host.
Yeah, that would be a good start.
Number 2, if you walk in and the show is going on, shut up. Don't say anything. Get signed up. If you need to ask somebody, how do I do this? Very quietly. Walk up to the bartender or someone who looks like, or like you see a comedian like on the stage, when they get off the stage, come say, hey, how do I sign up for this? Is there a sign up sheet? That's what you do. You don't walk in going, hey, what's up, fuckers?
Exactly.
How do I sign up for this stupid shit?
That's essentially what happened. Oh, boy. We got a soup drop, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, boy.
Oh, soup. There it
is. What kind of soup is it?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. We got the soup going. Hold on. Soup horn. What kind of soup? Tomato?
Oh, yeah. Baby.
You're going to turn into a tomato.
You know what? If that's the way I go, Jason, it's the way I go. But,
all right. Now we've had soup break. So that was okay. Let's let's go over this. Rule number 1: never make fun of the host. Number 2: if you walk in and the show's going on, shut up. What would be rule number 3?
Let's see.
Don't heckle.
Yeah, don't heckle. Absolutely. That should be rule number 1. Don't fucking heckle.
Wait until you're on. If you have something funny to say, or think you have something funny to say, wait till you get on stage to say it.
And here's the thing. I mean, if someone that I don't know comes and starts heckling during the show and their name's on the sign-up list, either their name's getting crossed out and I'm going to tell them to fuck off, or I'm going to put them on stage and I'm going to heckle you better. You think you can heckle better than comedians can heckle?
Yeah, that's
You're
dangerous
wrong.
territory. Yeah, that's dangerous. So, okay, number 1, let's recap. Number 1, don't make fun of the host. Number 2, if the show's going on, shut up. Number 3, do not heckle. Do not heckle. Yeah. Number 4, what would number 4 be?
Let's see. Well, obviously a good rule would be to not confront bar patrons. That would be a good rule. If we're just talking about this situation, don't call the bar. Don't confront bar patrons about anything. I don't even know what it was about, but just keep it to your fucking self.
So don't confront anyone for any reason unless it's valid. Like if you walk in and somebody, is like immediately punches you in the face, like, yeah, you can say something at that point. But if you don't cause a scene. So number 4 would just basically be don't cause a scene.
Yeah. What's another good rule? Honestly, open mics aren't that hard if you have common sense. You know what I mean?
Make friends with the other comedians before you start making fun of them.
Yeah.
Try to make friends. That's a good way to get in at the different open mics around.
And also it's so easy. Like, I've never gone to an out of town open mic and been like, hey, I'm Jacob. I'm from this scene. I've been doing comedy this long. I've never had anyone be like, oh, yeah? Well, fuck you. You don't come to this scene. Blah, blah, blah. Like, everyone's nice. Like you
Yeah.
go anywhere, like the open mic host is going to be nice. The other comics are more than likely going to be nice to you. That's just kind of how it is, because they're like, oh, wow, new comedian. That's cool. I don't want to run them off.
Yeah. So we got it. That's our 5 rules. Number 5, be cool and make friends. Number 4, don't cause a scene. Number 3, don't heckle. Number 2, if the show's already going on, shut up. Number 1, don't make fun of the host. Those are your 5 basic principles of open mic comedy. You follow our 5 rules and you'll go far. It'll at least make friends.
At least in the open mic circuit.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do at open mics to become a bookable comedian.
Yeah.
Do those things, and eventually you won't be an open micer anymore. And break those rules, and, well, you're going to be just like everyone else.
Yeah. Or you'll end up on a podcast.
Yeah, you'll end up on a podcast. I don't know. That was it. That was really it. That's all I wanted. I wanted to bitch about work. I wanted to bitch about open mics. I don't know. Buddy.
Oh, what?
Oh no, you go ahead.
I was going to ask you if you had any Halloween plans.
Well, let's save that for our Halloween episode.
Okay.
We need to work out a time to record, by the way. I have it down for this Saturday. I don't know if that works.
This Saturday? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that, but we will see.
Okay, we'll work it out. Something I forgot to mention about this open mic that was absolutely pleasant. Good highlight of my night. You'll never guess who decided to stop by.
Who?
Mutual friend of ours. Someone who's been on the podcast.
Well, I mean, we've had a lot of guests at this point, so I don't know.
Ernie Kennedy stopped by.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all the way from Birmingham, Alabama.
Nice.
Just to come check out my open mic. And Ernie is one of the most delightful people I've ever met. He actually mentioned to me that a lot of people have talked to him about our podcast episode. So that was good to hear.
That's cool.
Yeah, he rolls in there and he told me he might come. He said, yeah, I just won $430 playing craps at the Hard Rock. Can I buy you a drink? I was like, music to my fucking ears, Ernie. Holy shit.
That dude's always winning money at the casinos. I mean, I never
Always.
win shit. That's why I stopped going.
Ernie goes to the casinos enough that I'm pretty sure, like, whenever he books a room, they upgrade him.
Oh, I'm
Like,
sure. I'm sure he gets free rooms at this
Yeah.
point. He's like a high roller.
He definitely does the casino circuit a lot. And we took a tip bucket that we give to comedians. And I mentioned that we had someone come in from Birmingham. And Ernie came to me. He's like, hey, you know I don't need the money, right? Like, I'm doing well. I was like, yeah, no, I got it. I got that, buddy. Thank you for being...
Should told him, why don't you take some of those winnings and throw in the bucket for some of the comedians that aren't doing so well.
Well, I don't know if he did or not. Well, but what I do know is that he did buy a lot of the comics drinks.
I'm
So
sure he
was,
did. Ernie's awesome. If you ever get a chance to see Ernie Kennedy live, that dude is great. And he's got some cool stories.
Great stories. Go back and listen to that episode. If I, off the top of my head, I'm going to call it episode 18. I think it's episode 18 with Ernie Kennedy.
It should be around there. Yeah, and Ernie's awesome. He's been in the comedy scene since like the late 70s.
Yeah, 1970s.
Yeah, I mean he hung around with like Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, people like that. So he was in the middle of that 80s comic boom in Los Angeles back in the day.
And you can't meet a nicer person either. I mean, he's so fucking altruistic and generous and he's so it makes you feel good when you hang out with him because he never fails to tell you how funny you are if he thinks you're funny, even if you're just a little bit funny, even if you have like one good joke, Ernie will tell you how funny you are.
Yeah, I love
and
Ernie.
that I love him. I love him to death, man. He's like the grandpa I never had. He's supposed to be doing an Ernie Kennedy and Friends thing at the Stardome Comedy Club that he works at a lot. and he said that he wanted to get me and Krangus on that. So
What
hopefully,
about me?
Well, buddy, you should have came out to the.
I can't, dude. I had so much to do last night.
Yeah, you're doing some podcast and you're doing some
Yeah,
voice work.
I'm doing voice work for a scripted audio drama podcast called Kumasan. It's like a fantasy fiction, and I've been doing it since episode 1 for like 6 weeks now, and it's actually starting to get a little bit easier because in the beginning I had to do a lot of the voices, and now we're actually adding other voice actors into the mix, and it takes a little bit of the weight off my shoulders. So I only have, like one main character I have to do and a few peripheral characters at this point. But go check out the Kumasan podcast, Kumasan. Kumasan. It's a fantasy fiction podcast. It's like kind of like Game of Thrones, that type of shit.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure you spelled that wrong, but I'm sure people will find it.
Yeah, they'll find Kumasan. Kumasan.
There's definitely an I in there somewhere.
There's no I in there.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
But me and Wally are both. Our good friend Wally Phelps is doing voice work for it too.
Yeah, I know a few people who are doing voices for that. If you guys need another voice, man.
Actually, I was gonna send Dave a text today that if he needed another voice for anything, I was gonna throw your name in the mix.
Yeah, absolutely. Please feel free. I'll
because for a while he was looking for female voices because Dave himself was actually doing all the female voices for it, and he got his wife to do it for a bit, but she didn't really want to. I don't know. She's really not into doing acting stuff, so he kind of makes her do it. And now we have who was it? She's in a band. Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, you can follow it on Instagram's Kumasan podcast. And yes, I spelled it correctly. Kumasan. Kumasan. Her name, just added her. Her name is Susie Bravo. What is that?
That was from your end, buddy.
Was it? What was that?
Oh, yeah.
That was weird. She is from Witch Crier. You ever heard of a band called Witch Crier?
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, she is from the band Witch Crier. And who else? We just added James Dorton, who did voice for the Doom video games. So he's doing that. And he's a frontman for Black Crown Initiate, the band. So
I think I actually have heard of that band.
Got a heavy hitter in the mix there. Yeah. Did some voice work on Doom, so that's awesome.
Yeah, that's good, man. I've wanted to get into voice work for a while. I never had the proper equipment until now, but yeah, I'd love to get some voice work going.
Lovely really pipes cool. Of yours going.
Lovely pipes, dude. Lovely pipes. I can act my ass off, Jason. You don't even have it. You don't even have a clue.
Before the podcast started, I want to talk to you about your poop habits.
Okay.
I think 30 minutes is too long to be sitting on the toilet. Because,
and Jason,
here's what happened.
With all due respect, Jason, mind your fucking business.
You're gonna get hemorrhoids.
I might already have one because sometimes when I get done pushing, I think there's still poop and there's not poop, but it feels like there's something like left in my butt. So that might be a hemorrhoid.
Yeah, that's what that is. It's from sitting on the toilet for too long.
Well, also I push like I'm giving birth. Like
That's not good. You need. Okay, I know you love soup.
I want to be empty.
You love soup, but you need to eat some greens. You need to have some fiber in your diet.
Jason, I'd rather die.
You need some leafy spinach and just some greens. Throw some greens in there.
I'll smoke some greens. You know what I'm saying, boy?
Tell your mom to chop up some kale and put in your tomato soup. You won't taste it, and it'll clear you out. Because I think you need it. I'm worried about you.
Jason, I'm not exaggerating when I say I would rather die prematurely than eat a single bit of kale. That's not an exaggeration.
Yeah, but if you add it to stuff, you can't taste it. It's tasteless.
And if I don't add it to stuff, it'd be all right.
Well, then why don't you eat like a carrot or something, like something that'll help you push all that stuff out?
Because let me try to explain this to you as simple as I can, Jason. See, carrot, no make brain feel good. Chinese food make brain feel
well. If you're gonna eat
very good.
Chinese food, then why don't you eat some like steamed broccoli? And
because I'm not a communist, that's why.
Then why are you eating Chinese food then?
Hey man, don't corner me, all right? I'm not on trial here.
Look, I like to go to the Chinese buffet too, but I like to eat the green stuff. I like to eat the steamed, the steamed broccoli and the green beans. The green beans are good for you. The steamed green beans, and what else they got that's good for you? If you can, here's the rule with Chinese food: if you can look at it and you can immediately see what it is, it's not that bad for you. Like if you eat like chicken and broccoli or the steak and peppers, that stuff's pretty. It's not great for you because of the salt content, but. At least you can see that it's vegetables and meat. You can differentiate between the chicken and the beef.
And my rule for Chinese food is that there are no rules. Anything goes in that place, baby. By the way, we should do lunch because my Chinese place is your Chinese place. So we should have lunch together one day.
Dynasty?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that place.
Yeah,
I go there frequently.
I like to eat the rice noodles. The rice noodles are good. I like to get some soup while I'm there.
Yeah, my go-to, Indian chicken.
That's my favorite, actually. The Indian chicken is the best.
But let me tell you, it be spicy, boy.
It's spicy. It's basically,
but I mean,
if anybody's never had Indian chicken, it's basically just it's just chicken and jalapenos and I think soy sauce maybe. I'm not sure what else is in it.
Yeah, well, it's
red pepper. It's got red.
Yeah,
pepper
they do red pepper, black pepper, and jalapenos, and that's a treat for me because
it'll burn your booty hole when it's coming out, but it's good going in.
And I'll get mouth sores too if I eat.
Ooh, dude, you know what that is? You're not getting enough vitamins. That's what happens when you don't eat enough greens.
Hey, man. Do I look like a pussy to you, Jason? I don't need no fucking vitamins. Got this vitamin D nuts, boy.
Why don't you at least make yourself a nice smoothie during the day? You could put some kale in it, man, some oat milk or some almond milk, and you put like a banana in there and some peanut butter and some strawberries, and it's really good. Some blueberries. Blueberries are great for you. They're like all sorts of antioxidants.
I mean, I do like blueberries.
And your mom's got those good blueberries. That's what I did with the blueberries she gave me. She gave me a bag of blueberries, and guess what happened to them? They went into shakes, baby. Shakes.
Hold on. When did my mom give you a bag of fucking blueberries?
Because your mom loves me, and she gave me a bag of blueberries.
But when did this transpire? Because I know about the blueberries.
It was a couple of months ago. Back when they were in full, like, not bloom, but full ripeness. Like around May or so, I guess.
See, this weirds me out. It weirds me out that my mom creates relationships with people that are independent to my relationship with them. And I'm like, when the fuck did you give Jason blueberries? Jason's my friend.
I'm your mom's friend, too.
I guess you are closer to her age. So.
Yeah, I'm closer to your mom's age than I am yours.
That's true.
Like, I'm literally old enough to be your dad.
You know what? I'd like that better, Jason. I
would. I could adopt you.
Yeah, throw the ball around.
I don't have enough room for you, though. You'll have to sleep on the air mattress downstairs.
It might be a deal breaker, dude. The worst part of going on the road is sleeping on an air mattress.
Dude, I love sleeping on an air mattress. That's like the best sleep ever.
Not for me, Papa.
Except for I went and stayed at my brother's last weekend. I don't really want to get into why, but I had a family tragedy happen a few weeks ago. That's why we had to take a week off. Not last week, but week before. But went and stayed at my brother's for a few days, and he's got a 3-story house up in Birmingham, and I was down on the bottom floor, and I was in a room by myself, but there was a couch, and he had a blow-up mattress down there, and he's like, "Yeah, I've had that blow-up mattress for 15 years or so." But he's like, "Yeah, I got you all set up down there." So went to go to sleep that first night. Get on the air mattress. I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is a nice air mattress." Went to sleep. Woke up like 3 hours later, flat on the floor, and the mattress was like wrapped around me like a taco. I'm just like, "What happened?"
I have been in that exact same situation before. My thing is I'll always wake up sticky because because I have a cheap air mattress and it doesn't have that like cover on it, so it's just fucking sticky rubber, and I sweat in my sleep. So I'll peel my fucking face off the rubber when I wake up.
That's gross.
Not to mention when I'm on the road.
I have an air mattress I bought earlier this year, and it's got that nice like velvet top to it, so it's really nice.
I don't have one of those. Mine was like $20.
What are you sleeping on one of those like Coleman's for like outside sleeping?
I think that actually is the brand. Yeah.
You got one of the crappy ones.
Oh yeah, and whenever I'm on the road too, I don't do anything before shows, but pretty much after every show, I get like inconceivably fucked up after most every show on the road. Because look, I when I'm at home, I don't smoke anything, I don't drink, I don't do anything, and so when I go on the road, all bets are off. Who's gonna know? Not you. Not if I don't tell you.
You're just trying to be a statistic, comedy statistic.
Look at who my heroes are: Chris Farley, John Belushi, John Candy. Doesn't bode fucking well for me.
Sure.
But no, I'll get so fucked up, and then I'll pass out, because when you're that fucked up, it doesn't matter where you pass out, and so I'm sweating out all the alcohol and drugs in my system onto this nasty air mattress with no sheet, and I'm sleeping fully clothed, because if I don't have my clothes on, then my whole body's stuck to the air mattress, and so I just wake up drenched and sticky, and I don't remember what happened, and everyone would be like,
"Yeah, man, that thing smells like BO and shame."
It does. And apparently the first night of one tour I went on, I woke up the next morning and everyone was like, "Yeah, man, last night you just kept like talking about how you were gonna die really young." Like, that's all I talked about while I was super fucked up. It was like, I'm gonna die young. There might be some truth to that.
Please don't die young. I don't want to have to do this show by myself.
Look, if I do die young, well, I should make you my kid's godfather. I should make you the godfather of my child.
If you want.
I'm sure my girlfriend will be alive for 100 years just based off of anger and spite. But just in case a horrible accident transpires, I would be happy if you would give my daughter all of my horrible jokes.
Sure, I will.
She's gonna be a comedian, dude. My daughter, she does shit that is like that, like she like makes jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like just to make me laugh. Like the other day I was changing her diaper and she just looked at me. She went, "You're not dad. I'm dad." It's like, what? It's like, yeah, you're not dad. I'm dad. She would just fuck with me. It's so hilarious. But something that I want to talk about. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Have you seen Dave Chappelle's new special?
No, I have not. I haven't had time to watch it.
Let me tell you. Of course, every group's getting pissed off, right? But it's good jokes. Like it's good jokes. Like a rule in comedy is you can say whatever you want as long as it's funny. it kind of rings true with this special, man. Like it's really funny fucking jokes.
All right. I'll have to watch it. I'm honestly, there's been so much controversy about it. I'd rather wait and watch it when there's nothing going on about it.
Yeah, that's true. I would have felt that same way, but I watched it the day it came out, and I thought nothing of it because I actually sat down and watched and listened and discerned what was a joke and what was Dave Chappelle's actual opinions on things. And I was like, okay, that's a good comedy special. Yeah. And then I look at the internet and I'm like, wait, you got that from that? Are you fucking dumb?
That's the thing. I think a lot of it is a lot of people going after it probably haven't even seen it and are just going off what other people say. Which is 100%. A lot of what happens in the world these days. Mm-hmm. People don't want to check it out for themselves. They just want a reason to get angry. And that's my biggest problem with everything nowadays is like people want to just get angry at something. They just want to get angry. And I think and I'm not just talking like, and people can say, oh, that, that's the left or the right. I'm talking like it's both sides. Like, and it doesn't matter what it is. Like people turn stuff political. Like make political things out of nothing, and then people just want to be angry these days, and like I'm just it's so gross. I try to stay as far away from it as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that at this point, Dave Chappelle's kind of asking for it because you don't have to do an hour that's just politics. You don't have to do an hour of just jokes of that are about political matters. Like you could just do an hour of fucking jokes.
And that's the thing. I'm kind of so over politics at this point. I don't even want to hear comedians talk about politics, like whether it's left or right. Like I don't care. I just don't even want to really hear it at this point. I'd rather comedy. I mean, yes, we need to, as comedians, we have to punch up. And if there's something funny, go ahead and make a joke about it. But if your like whole act is like politically charged, like I don't want to hear it, no matter what your stance is.
I mean, at this point it's hacky. Like, I mean, you have jokes about politics, cool. What are you going to do next? Airplane food? Like everyone has jokes about politics.
I want to hear people joking, punching up, making jokes about the world and like things that make us think, things that just make you think. And I don't know. Like observational humor, things that are happening in the world now that you notice. But I don't know. I'm so over politics at this point. I just don't even want to hear it by anyone.
Yeah, I walked in the house. I got off of work the other day. I walked in the house. My dad was sitting on the couch watching Rachel Maddow. I was like, when did you turn into an 80-year-old woman? What the fuck is wrong with you? Watching Rachel Maddow?
Yeah, why? There's so many other better things to watch. I mean, go watch What If, or I don't know, like What We Do in the Shadows. There's like so many other things to watch.
Something. I will say, though, speaking of comedy specials, I also watched Howie Mandel does specials on the CW. It's like a Howie Mandel and Friends thing where he hosts and he brings other comics on. First of all, I just want to say Howie Mandel is one of the most trash comics to ever exist.
But he doesn't write his own jokes, right?
I do know that. And for someone who doesn't write their own jokes, I don't know how they're not better.
How do you become a comedian without writing your own jokes? Did he ever write his own jokes?
He said that he's used writers for years, and he's been doing comedy for 40 years. So, I mean, I'm sure when he started 40 years ago, he wrote his own jokes. But let's face it, you didn't have to be that great to get somewhere in comedy 40 years ago.
Yeah, but if you've been doing comedy for 40 years, it should just be like second nature to you at that point.
It should be, but he doesn't write his own jokes, and his jokes still aren't funny. So I don't like Howie Mandel. That's my opinion on that. But I'm also a slut, so anything about comedy, I watch it.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where they had like, here's a big name comedian. Like, for instance, here's Sherry Shepherd not being funny for 5 minutes, and then here's this actual funny comedian you've never heard of for 5 minutes. And then here's Patton Oswalt closing it out, not fucking funny at all. And then here's Dolce Sloan being fucking hilarious, even though you've never heard of her.
Yeah.
There's this one comic that I watched, and I want to find more of her because she was the funniest one. She went right before Patton Oswalt, and Patton Oswalt closed the whole thing out, did 5 minutes on COVID or something hacky bullshit like that. And is this comedian, her name is Robin Tran, and she's transgender from male to female. And she was the only one that didn't have jokes about COVID, politics, anything hacky like that. She has this joke, and I'll go ahead and say it because it's on TV. I mean, you can go watch it, where she says, "A lot of people ask me if I've gotten the surgery yet, and I don't know what you think is under this dress, but I can guarantee you it's not $100,000." That's one of the best jokes I've heard in a while. That's a really good fucking joke.
Yeah. I have to. What is this called again?
The thing is Howie Mandel's like "Don't Sneeze on Me" or some hacky fucking title like that. But you can look up Robin Tran. I'm sure she has sets on YouTube.
See, I like finding new comedians that haven't been messed up by being famous.
Yeah, me too.
Nothing kills your comedy like fame.
100%, dude. I mean, look at Patton Oswalt has so many hour specials, and he doesn't even try anymore because he just gets up there and talks and people listen. It's like you don't even have to be funny anymore. You have to be Patton Oswalt. Meanwhile, Robin Tran has hardly any credits, has about 1,000 fans on YouTube, and she's a fucking murderer. They put her up right before Patton Oswalt because she's fucking hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But we're coming up to the end of the show. We need to start wrapping this thing up. Yeah.
I mean, I guess. We don't have to.
Yeah, we don't have to, but we need to.
Just finish my soup, I guess.
Who do we got coming up next week? I don't even know who's on the docket.
Yeah, so we
you just went out for a second. So repeat that.
Oh, no.
You're back.
I accidentally touched my cord just once, and I said, "Don't fucking touch me."
Don't touch. Keep your hands off your cord.
Sorry. Yeah, no, we have Sam Talent coming up next week. He's going to talk about his new hour comedy special. Very surprised I got him on. He's a fucking killer comic, great headliner. And I sent him one email. He responded to me 5 minutes later, like, "Yeah, I'd love to come on."
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, man.
I want to talk to you. I want to get Tom Atkins on the podcast.
Yeah, we should try that. I don't know how I would reach out to him. I'd probably have to find out who his management is.
Because I want to tell him how much I love Halloween 3. And
yeah, I'm gonna tell him to go fuck himself.
I want you to squirm because I'm gonna tell him that you hate his movie. And you're a little asshole.
I know that he defends it a lot. But to be fair, I mean, if I starred in such a horrible movie, I'd probably defend it a lot.
You know, if I was in that movie, I would never let anyone forget. I would just like pass out DVD copies of it every Christmas to everybody.
Dude, it's hard to even find like on TV when they're showing the like every movie sequel. Like they show Friday the 13th, part 7.
When I'm rich and have all the money in the world from being a world-class comedian and podcaster, I'm going to start my own TV station, and it's just going to be Halloween 3 all day, every day. That's it.
Have you ever, little off topic, have you ever heard Louis C.K.'s dirty pet fuckers joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're doing with that. It's like, how is this still running?
Yeah, I would just do that. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, all day, every day, 24 hours a day.
When they show Halloween marathons, they skip that movie. They go from 2 to 4.
Because they suck. Because they don't know what's good. They don't know.
I don't know, man.
But hey, Have you seen the new Halloween Kills movie?
No, I haven't had time or money to go.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. The 3 Silver Shamrock masks are in the movie. So it's canon.
Yeah.
It's canon.
Cool, I guess. But I mean, they still kind of retconned everything, though.
But still, the masks are there. So it existed. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it and tell Jacob how much he sucks for hating that movie.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do any of that, actually.
But tell everybody what you got going on this week.
Yeah, man. So right after the podcast, I'm gonna lay down and cry myself to sleep. And after that, you can see me every Tuesday night at the Juke Joint in Ocean Springs. I host the open mic there. Come sign up with me, or just come and hang out, have some laughs. And I'm gonna be opening for Mo Alexander November 19th, also at the Juke Joint. We're also gonna have him on the podcast. Very excited for both of those things to happen.
Awesome. Oh wait, hold on. Here we go. Yeah, pepper burp.
There we go. We could sell that to a radio station.
I know we could. That's like the perfect burp, isn't it? It's like it's the perfect MP3 burp. Just like it doesn't get any better than that.
It sounds like someone engineered it.
Yeah, it does. It's perfect. I love it. I want to see if I can sell it. If somebody will buy it.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Fingers crossed.
Go check out the Kumasan podcast if you need a good 30-minute a week scripted fantasy fiction podcast in the vein of like Game of Thrones or like Conan the Barbarian. Go check out Kumasan. Just go look on Instagram. It's at Kumasan Podcast, Kumasan, and I think it's at Kumasan on Twitter. You can download it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever podcasts are given away for free. And also this last week on the Nerd Cave Retro Show, we were joined by wrestler, retired ex-wrestler Joey Image, joined us also along with Wally Phelps, and we talked about Halloween Kills. We did a Halloween Kills roundtable, and we've been getting some good feedback about the show. So if you've seen it, go listen to the podcast. If you haven't seen it, don't listen because it's full of spoilers. Go watch it first and then go listen to it. So that's all I got going on right now. So yeah, I think that's it. Is that it? Is that all we're doing?
Yeah. I mean that's it, man.
That's it.
I was waiting on you to just
everything. Oh my God.
That's everything. I guess.
All. Holy crap.
Well,
if you want to email us at openmikerspodcast@gmail.com. We're at Open Micers on Twitter and Instagram, Open Micers Podcast on Facebook. And OM Podcast will take you to our Patreon page where you can support the show and tell everybody about the show. Spread the word. Be an open micer and follow our list of 5 things not to do if you want to be an open micer. We'll see you next week. Awesome.
Nice.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you guys for watching.